All right, that was so interesting. Oh my goodness. But actually, he did a good job. A bouncer who can read news. Upepo Runda, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if you want to participate in that particular segment of, the guest anchor, just talk to us online and we'll be able to follow through. And you can actually be the next person to come here live in studio. So it's now time for Willice, the Word Master. Let's cross over quickly to Kisii County. Willice, how are you this evening? You're looking good. Yeah? How are you doing?
Betty, I'm fine, and I really enjoyed that discussion or that interview between you or when you are interviewing Omondi Eric. And at this moment, there is something that has caught my attention, Betty.
Right.
The versatility of language. The person who has just read news has really caught my attention because, language can be used in different ways, but something touched me, Betty. Can I tell you what it was?
Yes, tell me.
Parting shot. When you talked of parting shot.
Yes.
But I leave it at that point.
The parting shot, eh? But it's pronounced like that, right? Parting shot?
Yes, that is the way it is pronounced, only that when you talked of parting short, you had to explain further. Sometimes we have just to understand that language has what we call different levels or what we call the status of a language at some point.
Yes.
When you meet our good brother talking to somebody who really understands the way he speaks English or the language that he is speaking, be it Sheng and all that, you'll find that person understanding him very clearly, and he has done some good job, Betty.
He actually has done a good job. I mean, it's a very different career, so I actually applaud him. All right, Willice, let's get straight to it. We have our words for tonight. The first word, let me just spell it out, Jeopardy. Jeopardy, jeopardy. What is it, Willice? Which is which?
Betty, you say to put something in jeopardy. Jeopardy, not jeopardy. Many people innocently say jeopardy, but the O in that word is silent, not pronounced. Just like in the word jeopardize. You don't say jeopardize. Jeopardize, yes. Jeopardize, no. Leopard, yes. Leopard, no.
All right, so it's jeopardy and leopard, not leopard, right? Yes. Thank you, Willice, for that. Moving on to this other word, this one that we've been, hearing a lot these days recently. Drought or drought? Which is which, Willice?
The most common mispronunciation locally is drought. Drought, many people find themselves saying that, but that is wrong. That word has what we call the diphthong, ow, ow. That is a glide on two vowel sounds. You say drought, drought, not drought. Not
drought. Okay. Willice, every time you mention that word diphthong, it's so, it's an interesting word. So it's a combination of two what? Two letters to make a sound. Two vowel sounds.
We are talking that one when you are talking technically. We have cases like when you say my, you realize you have I. So the glide on those two vowel sounds is called a diphthong, but can also be called diphthong. That is in phonetics, Betty.
Okay, there you go, the English master. All right, moving on to this other word, Willice. S-A-C-H-E-T. That one is a difficult one, I'm telling you.
Oh, that one is from French, Betty, and we have the CH in that word, which functions as a digraph. Betty, a digraph is a combination of two letters representing one sound, and this one takes the sound sh, sh. You don't say sachet. Get me, omo, sachet. No. You say sachet. Sachet. The T is silent. Sachet.
Sachet. All right, got it, Willice. This other one, requisite. How do we go about that?
Betty, can I share with you something just on a light note?
Yes, kindly.
Can you pronounce the word opposite as opposite? Is it possible?
No, that sounds wrong. I think it should be opposite. Right? Don't tell me I'm wrong.
Now, this word, you say requisite. You are right. It's opposite.
Okay.
So what I wanted people to know, well, we have the word sight, sight. But in this word, the S-I-T-E takes the sounding zit, just like in the word opposite. That is why I asked you to pronounce that word. So this one, you say requisite. Requisite. Just like prerequisite, not prerequisite.
Okay. All right. Got it, Willice. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Moving on to this one. I think this one should be
welcome.
Easy. Is it embody? Embody? Is there any way to pronounce it differently?
That is a very tricky word, Betty. That is a very tricky one. Because what we see in terms of the spelling, or what we call the orthographical, system, that is the spelling system, we see embody, embody. So many people innocently say embody, but that is not the way to pronounce that verb. You say embody, to embody, embody. Just like you say, yes, embody. Then we also say embalm, not embalm.
Okay.
Embark, not embark.
Okay.
Embezzle, not embezzle. Betty, I can give you so many examples.
Wow. Actually, I did not know about the embark. I think I was saying it wrong my whole life because I would say embark on a journey. So it's actually embark. Interesting.
Many people say that. Many people say that, Betty.
Yes.
You must have heard, even sometimes. But there is something I want to share with those who love good English.
Okay.
There are certain pronunciations that we use locally just because that is what we have grown up hearing without getting proper guidance. But we could do better if our education systems had a way of laying enough emphasis on pronunciation, just like in grammar and when we talk about vocabulary. But whichever way, now that we have that chance on TV 47, people can learn.
I love that you said the lovers of English. Okay, Willice. Then there's this other tricky one. M-A-T-Y-R-S. Matthias. Is it Matthias?
Oh, Matthias, just avoid that, Betty. When you want to use the English, which of course is commonly used by people like you. Betty, do you know why people really understand what you talk or whenever you are delivering news?
Tell me, Willice.
It's because of the way you pronounce words correctly. In fact, largely, you have a very, very, very nice or very, very captivating command of the standard English. Now, the pronunciations will also make people to understand what you are talking. That is why most Kenyan presenters in English, they do some great job. But Betty, where you are, it's on another level.
I will. Well, thank you so much. You're so kind.
So this word, you say, you are welcome. But this word, you say, matters. Matters. Just like Ugandan matters. Not Matthias and not martyrs. Then you say martyrdom.
Okay. Got you, Willice. There's also a word that I've seen on our feed on X. I can't remember the name, but the person was asking about this word, C-A-C-H-E. Is it cash, cachet? What do you say about that?
Oh, Betty, locally, even in serious communication, you must have heard people talking of arms cachet, weapons cachet, which is wrong. That word is pronounced cash, just like money. Cash. So such words are called homophones. Different spellings and meanings, same pronunciation. And I think that word has been asked by one Peter Walker of Mombasa. I've also just seen it from the other side. Peter Walker of Mombasa, you say cash. So Betty, there are so many other questions which I've seen, like Bethwell, Bethwell Mwaura of London, UK, you say pedagogy. Pedagogy. Don't say pedagogy. Pedagogy. Then Johannes Paddy, you say ludes. Ludes. I've also seen that on TV 47's platform. That is the X platform. And then we also have Andrea Hussein, also the same person who has described you as gorgeous. Gorgeous. And that is exactly what you look. Gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
So don't say gorgeous.
Not gorgeous.
Gorgeous? No. You say gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Then, collections of the week, Betty. We have Mukanzi Albert Luvembe of Kakamega. You say began. Past tense of begin is began. Then the past participle, you now say begun. Gun. The U takes the sound O, what we call the mid-central sound O. Began, past tense. Begun, that is now past participle. Then you say choose, and then chose. Chose as the past tense. Dave Best 07 of Nairobi, you say assume. Assume. Sami Mabanga of Busia. Betty, can I ask you to pronounce this one the way Mabanga wanted it?
Please.
We have mchungaji. Mchungaji. Do we say shepherd or shepherd? Mchungaji.
I think it should be shepherd.
It's that shepherd. Pad, because shepherd. That H is silent.
Yes.
Shepherd. Mabanga, thank you for loving TV47 that much, and he described you in some way, which I'll tell you later, Betty. I think you are attracting so many people with the way you do your good job. Daktari Darius, you say Vivian, Davian, and Daviana. Prince Braylon Sam Omwenga of Kisii. Prince Braylon Sam Omwenga of Kisii. When you use the verb, you say abuse. To abuse something or somebody. But the noun, you say abuse. Abuse. With that sound S. The verb, Z. Abuse. The noun, abuse. Peter N. Lubale of Eldoret, you say Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. And finally, Victor Mandila, you say Elijah. Elijah. We're used to saying Elijah, but that name you say Elijah. Betty, do you want a surprise word for the night?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes.
Here you are, Betty. Now, this word for the weapon.
Yes.
We innocently say sword. Sword, no. The W in this word is silent, just like in the word answer. Betty, do we say answer?
No.
We say answer because the W is silent. In this word, you say sword. Sword. The W is silent. When you say sword, sword refers to the word S-W-A-R-D for an area of grass. That is a literary word. S-W-A-R-D. Sword.
Yes.
S-W-O-R-D, you say sword. A sword for the weapon, Betty.
Hey, that's a surprise, honestly.
Yes.
Sword. I think we've all been, pronouncing it wrong. I didn't know that. Thank you so much, Willice. The surprise.
It happens, Betty.
Was actually a surprise.
Nobody is perfect.
Yes.
I always say that. And I would repeat it, nobody is spotless with any language, not even your mother tongue. And not even the native speakers of English can know everything, because all that it takes, research, reading, and consultations, Betty. But if you want to get the correct or accurate pronunciations, wherever you are, it's now a segment of This Friday with Betty, and the segment is Which is Which.
All right.
It's only here where you can get the pronunciations.
Thank you so much, Willice. Always doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much. That sword was a surprise, and I'm sure it's a surprise also to our viewers. I can see quite a number of other people asking so many words, but we'll be able to tackle them next Friday, right here on this Friday on TV47. So thank you so much, Willice. It has been fantastic having you on the show from Kisii County. We do appreciate the lesson tonight. See you again next Friday, Willice, or online on X.